All right, watch this wild play to end the top of the first as Alex Trezza hits into the old 3-4-1 put out as Sussex pitcher Roger Lincoln alertly covers first to end the inning. Ron Perridan leads off the bottom of the first for Sussex with this chopper to short for an infield single to get the Skyhawks going. And after advancing to third, Perridan scores on Michael Ova's grounder to third base, which is misplayed, and Sussex takes an early 1-0 lead. And Roger Lincoln keeps it that way with this nasty off-speed pitch for the strikeout to end the inning with a Worcester runner stranded at second. Okay, we go to the bottom of the second, and Ray Serrano rips his line single to center field to lead off the inning for Sussex. And Kyle Kamisic fouls with this single to center field, and the Skyhawks have something going with runners on first and second. But Ryan Lobin gets out of the jam here as he gets David Adamczyk to bounce into the 4-6-3 twin killing to end the inning and the threat. All right, we go to the top of the third, and Michael Hova was a busy man as he made all three putouts in the inning during this Kids' Day matinee at Skylands Park. All right, we go to the bottom of the third, and Michael Hova sends one to the hole and short for an infield single and an RBI as Jorge Moreno races home. First he eludes the tag, and then he comes back and steps on the plate, and Sussex leads 2-0. But Worcester answers in the top of the fourth as Nick Salati crushes this double to the gap in right center to chase home a run for the Tornadoes, and it's 2-1 Sussex. And the Tornadoes not to score at 2 here as Heath Keel drives in a run with this single to center field with 2 outs for Worcester. Okay, Sussex looks to regain the lead here in the fifth, and PJ graduate Ryan Crespi knocks this single to left, but Crespi is left stranded. Now watch this heads-up play by Kyle Kamisic of Sussex on this short pop-up that drops in right field, but he jumps up, turns, and guns down the runner at second for the force out for the second out of the sixth inning. Sussex comes up in the sixth inning, and Jeremy Hunt reaches on this infield chopper as no one covers first base for Worcester, and Sussex has runners on first and second. Then Ray Serrano lays down a bunt and bumps into the catcher. The umpire does not call interference, and the Skyhawks now have the bases loaded. But watch this great throw by Luis Soto in right field as he makes the catch on Kyle Kamisic's fly ball, and then he guns down the runner at home plate for a double play and remains 2-2. The Skyhawks look to break the tie in the seventh as David Adamczyk whacks this double off the wall and right, but once again the Skyhawks can't get a big hit and he's left stranded. We go to the top of the eighth, and Garrett Olson wraps this leadoff triple down the first base line for Worcester as the ball rolls into the right field corner. And Alex Trezza chases him home with his RBI single, and Worcester takes a 3-2 lead in the eighth. The Tornadoes make it 4-2 here with this sac fly by Nick Salati as the Tornadoes take control of this game. Okay, the Skyhawks are definitely frustrated, folks. Watch catcher Ray Serrano get thrown out of game for arguing balls and strikes here as Worcester goes on to post a 5-2 win over the Skyhawks at Skylands Park.
I think it was a pretty ugly ball game. Roger Lincoln pitched a great ball game. When you can't throw a ball to second base on a pickoff play and allow 2 runs to come in, that was probably the turning point of the game. But again, we didn't swing the bats. We didn't get the guys in from third base, had the bases loaded with nobody out. You got to score some runs there. That's the whole ball game right there. We had the following inning, we had a guy on third with nobody out and didn't get a ball out of the infield. So we got to pick it up a little bit. We didn't play a very good ball game today, but we have to come back tomorrow.
You guys are getting the runners on base, and that's a positive. And I guess the spin on that is at least you're hitting the ball, you're just not getting the timely hits.
Well, that's what we did when we were winning, and now today we didn't get the timely hits. And guys got to understand when the infield is playing back with the bases loaded, all you need is a ground ball. If you hit into a double play, you still get a run. You don't always have to lift the ball to try to get it out in the outfield. I will give credit to the right fielder for Worcester. He did make a fine throw to home plate, but again, we got to get some key hits or put the ball in place somehow to score some runs because we're not getting a lot of extra base hits right now.
Last night you got a great effort from Kyle. Tonight you touched on before, Roger pitched very well. Just talk about your starting pitching the last 2 nights.
It's been great. Again, both of them deserve to win. Last night we pitched a fine ball game into the 7th inning, and then Roger today, pitched a fine ball game. They shouldn't have scored any runs off Roger. So, when he leaves, it's a 2-0 ball game. You might have someone different in there, in the 8th and 9th inning probably. If we're ahead. So, again, we just have to regroup and, start doing some fundamental things right.